Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to design your very own online banking website, complete with crypto deposits, complete with wire transfer, domestic transfer, and also the admin has complete control over a user's account. So the admin can block the user's account, the admin can set up COT code and set up COT code, IMF codes, and whatever codes he wants to set up. Okay, so I'm going to show you the front end of this bank really fast. I'm going to show you the front end of this bank. Okay, and now this front end is completely customizable. So if you're a developer, you can actually customize it to suit what you want. And if you're not, this is actually built beautifully, so you don't have to bother about actually getting a different front end for the bank. Okay, so I'm going to go right into the back end so I can show you how the back end works. So I'm going to click on login. So I'm going to log in first as a user. So I'm going to click on login and I'm going to put in my password and click on sign in. Okay, so this is my already signed in user account. This is my signed in user account. I'm going to go straight to the dashboard so you can see what the dashboard looks like. Okay, now so this is the dashboard, this is the dashboard of the user's account. So the user signs in and the user can see their balance, can make a quick deposit or a transfer. Also, you can see your transfer limit remaining, you can see your last transaction, you can also view transactions, you can do your wire transfer also, and you can also see the last you can see your recent transactions right here. Okay, so we're going to go right into different features that a user can actually make use of. Now, online deposits allows the user to deposit in cryptocurrency. Okay, so the admin has the ability to add their wallet and whatever crypto coin they actually want the user to make deposits with. Okay, so I'm going to show you how the admin side works also. Okay, so I can put in the amount I want to deposit. I can select the particular cryptocurrency I want to deposit. So all I have to do is copy the wallet address that shows here, and then once I've made transfer, I upload the picture. I upload the screenshot of my transaction. Okay, so I'm going to use this and I'm going to click on deposit. Perfect. So now it shows a successful pop-up. So the admin is going to see it at their own side and then they can approve the transaction once they have gotten it. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to domestic transfer. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in these details. Nice. Okay, and you click on transfer. So all you have to do is put in their account pin and they can make the transfer. Okay, so put in your account pin and click on submit and the transfer processes and it shows successful. So next we're going to try wire transfer. Okay, so we're just going to try this out also. Okay, I'm going to choose country. I'm going to put in any SWIFT code, put in any routing number. I'm going to do this, then narration. Let's call it okay, and click on transfer also. Then yes, you can put in your account pin and the transfer is successful. Now I'm also going to show you how the admin can set it that it is COT codes, IMF codes, tax code that you want the user to actually put in instead of just their account pin. Okay, so I'm going to show you that from the admin dashboard also. So for mortgages, the user can apply for a loan or apply for a mortgage. Okay, so when the user applies, it's going to show up on the admin's dashboard also. So the admin can approve and credit the user's account. Okay, so let's apply for a loan. Let's say we want a loan of 50,000. So this is where it sends to and let's say I need it for, okay, perfect. And all I have to do is click on submit. Your loan has been submitted, kindly wait for approval. Okay, so I'm going to wait for the admin to approve our loan. So up next, you can check your transactions, you can check your credit and debit transactions, you can check your wire transaction details, you can check your domestic transaction like your account statement, you can check your loan transaction and all that. Okay, we're also going to try withdrawal. Now when you click on withdrawal, it tells you withdrawal error, please contact your account manager for more information. User's account or whatever email that you're providing for them to contact when they have issues. Okay, so the user can also see their profile. So when I was creating this account, I did not have a profile picture. So when a user is creating an account and you have the profile picture, it's going to show up here. You have your user's name, you have the kind of account, which is savings, you have the time the account was created, you have where the location of the person that created, the address of the person that created it, you have the person's phone number also, and the user can actually edit this information also, but not every information. The user can upload a new profile picture, the user can change passwords and change their PIN also. Okay, next we're going to go to the admin account, the admin dashboard, because this is the admin login URL. Okay, so I'm going to log in as an admin. So I've logged out as a user, so I'm going to log in now as an admin. Okay, so I'm going to put in my admin password. I'm going to put in my admin user and email and password, and I'm going to log right in. Perfect. So this is my admin dashboard. Okay, so this is like a summary of all the activities ongoing in my account. Okay, so it's telling me I have 32 users, telling me I have a total balance of this figure also. So we're going to go right into the features of the admin dashboard. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the settings. So all you have to do is come to setting, then come to profile. Okay, so this is the admin profile. Okay, so the admin can actually change their password. So you have to just put in your old password, put in your new password and confirm the password, and you can change it. Now I'm not changing my password, so I'm going to leave that. Okay, so I'm going to show you deposit method. So we're going to see this deposit method allows the admin to add whatever currency he wants the user to make payment with. Okay, so I told you in the user side when we're checking out online deposits, I showed you how the user could make deposits with their with cryptocurrency. Okay, so the admin can actually set up the number of different cryptocurrencies that he wants the user to be able to use. Okay, so now I've set up Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Pax full wallet and PayPal. Okay, so now you as the admin, when you have your site all set up, you can actually add more if you want, or you can even delete if you want. Okay, I'm actually just going to edit. Let's edit. Let's change our wallet's address to something else. Let's just change it to something else. So we're going to save. Perfect, crypto saved successfully. You can also add a new crypto currency if you want. Okay, so I'm just going to add BCH. I'm going to add my wallet address, and I'm going to click on save. So this is going to pop up successful wallet added successfully. So this is going to pop up on the user's dashboard. Okay, so now let's go over. So next we're going to go to, let's check out settings. So settings allows the admin to, you can set up your bank name, you can set up maybe a little description about yourself, so when they search, this is what comes out. You can set up your phone number, the phone number you want to appear on your site. You can set up your bank email also. So you can set up your bank email also. So I'm going to set this as support at, okay. Just going to quickly do this. Perfect. Now you can set up your minimum deposit limits or your maximum deposit limits. Okay, and you can click on save. You click on save, it automatically saves. Perfect. Let me change this also so you see. And I can also upload a logo. If I want to upload a logo, it's going to show up on the users. Perfect. You see, it has changed to bpress, okay, because that's what I just changed the bank name to. Also, you can check out your users, so you can check out all the users you have. You can create a new account. You can create a new account. You can credit or debit a user. You can wire transfer a user also. Okay, so once you do it, it's going to show up on the user's transaction summary. Okay, so you can view and you can also edit the details of a user's account. Okay, so you can come here, you can edit the account number of a user's account, and you can just touch up and set up a tax code. You can set up now if you remember, when the user was making transactions, it only asked for account pin, and I told you that you can actually set it up in such a way that select either you want the user to use account pin or use the different billing codes that are available. Okay, so I'm going to set this on active. Perfect, I've set this on active. Perfect. Now okay, setting this on active, when the user tries to make a transaction, you see it's now going to ask for COT code, tax code, IMF code. Okay, not just your account pin anymore. So it depends on the way you want the user's transaction to go. And the wonderful thing about this bank is that you can actually do this per user. So it's not one setting for all users. You can actually do this per user. Okay, so I can change my COT code, change my IMF code, change my tax code, change to whatever I want it to be, and send it to the user to actually make their transfer. Okay, so up next we are going to see credits or debit a user. You can create a new account also from your admin dashboard. So you can actually just fill in all these details and your user is created. You don't need to go through the front end of the bank anymore to create a user. You can debit and credit your user. You credit your user, is going to show up on the user's transaction history. Okay, so you can select the particular user you want to credit, and you can add whatever amount you want to add to the account. You set up the date of the transaction so it does not show that you just did it 2 minutes ago. Okay, so we can say this was done mid-year 2000. Okay, and also you fill in from, so where is the money coming from? Okay, so the transaction is not just complete with this, you need to fill in, so fill in all the details. Where is the transaction coming from? The name of the person is coming from, the description that the person uses, the time is coming in. So it's either a credit or a credit transaction or a debit transaction. Okay, so up next we can also see wire transfer. You can also wire transfer a user. For a wire transfer, the fields you have to fill are more because it's from a different country to a different country. Okay, so now you have that. So you can, under transactions, you have credit and debit transaction, you have withdrawal transaction, wire transaction, crypto transaction, domestic transactions. Okay, so all these are transactions that have been made that the admin has to approve. Okay, now remember we made a transaction with this particular account, yes, for $20,000, and we use Dogecoin. Okay, so we're going to change this now to, we're going to approve this now. So we're going to approve this now. So let's view. Perfect. So this is the receipt that I uploaded, if you remember. So I can either decline it, I can decide to delete it, I can put it on hold and it's going to show on the user's end as hold, or I can accept it. Okay, so let's go to loan request. So for loan request, you can see all the loans that different persons have applied for. Okay, so now you see loan request. This is the recent one I just applied for. So I can click on view. Okay, so these are all the details. This is the account number it's coming from, this is the amount requested, this is the name of the person requesting it, the loan remark created, and blah blah blah. It's informing that your loan have been approved successfully. So I can actually copy this and send this to the person. Okay, I can actually copy this and send, or send whatever message I actually want to send to the person. Okay, You get, so I can either decline, I can hold or accept. Now this message says it has been approved successfully, so I'm going to accept, okay, and I'm going to click on submit. Okay, so up next we're going to check out virtual cards. I'm going to check out virtual cards, okay. So I can decide to activate this card or I can deactivate the card. So I just activated card for user, so that is the okay guys, so we're done with the user side, we're done with the admin dashboard also. So now I'm going to show you how you can set up these banking websites on your own platform. Okay, so I'm going to show you can set up this online banking website on your own platform. Okay, so I've logged into my cPanel. Okay, so if you have not gotten your cPanel, all you have to do is get your domain name and get your host. Okay, so there are so many different hosting companies you can actually use for your site. You can use cookiesweb.com. So you can use cookiesweb.com. I'm going to leave a link to cookiesweb.com, which is they have a very good server, and everything works perfectly well on their server. Okay, so use cookiesweb for your web design jobs. So now once you've gotten your cPanel, you're going to go straight into the process of uploading your script. Okay, so I'm going to make the software available for you, and I'm going to tell you how you can get the software at the end of the video. So just watch with me, just stay with me. Okay, so number one, the first thing I'm going to do is file manager. Okay, so I'm going to go to my file manager. All I have to do is search for file manager, and here it is. Another tab I'm going to open is my PHP admin, and then another tab I'm going to open is my email, and the last tab is going to be my SQL wizard. Okay, so I'm going to open my SQL database wizard. So first off, I'm going to go straight to my file manager so I can upload the script. Okay, now, so for you, if you're getting your domain name and cPanel for this particular script, you just need to come straight to your public_html and you click on upload. Okay, but now I'm not going to be uploading it straight into my public_html. I'm going to be uploading it into a folder because this particular domain name is not specifically for this script. Okay, so for tutorial sake, I'm going to be uploading into a folder. So let's call this folder bpress. Okay, perfect. Now the folder is right here. Going to go in, and now we are going to upload our scripts. Okay, perfect. Now this is it right here. Now, so this script includes the entire front end, the back end, user and admin dashboard, and it also includes the SQL file that you're going to need for your database. Okay, so now while this is uploading, I'm going to go to my SQL database wizard, and I'm going to create a DB that I'm going to use for this site. Okay, so you can call your DB any unique name at all. You can call your DB any unique name. I'm going to call mine bpress DB. Okay, click on next. Then I'm going to call my user bpress user, and then I can put in any password. Okay, so I'm just going to generate a password. Okay, I'm just going to generate a password. I'm going to copy this password. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a notepad where I can keep my details because I'm going to need them. So this is the password. Okay, so let's go back. Perfect, and you click on create user. Now I'm also going to save the user and the database name that I just created. Okay, I'm going to save it right here. Perfect. Then click on all privileges. You click on all privileges, and then you click on make changes. Perfect, so we're done with that. Up next, we're going to go to our PHP my admin. Now this is the database that we just created. Now what we're going to do is we're going to upload the SQL file that comes with it. Okay, so I'm going to click on the database name you just created. You click on imports, and then you come down and you click on choose file. Okay, so now we're going to go straight and get the SQL file. So it's right here in the SQL folder. You click on this and it uploads. Import, you click on import and it uploads. Okay, so while that is going, let's check our progress. Okay, it's still at 57%. Now mind you, when you are uploading a file to your file manager, ensure this bar turns green before you click on anything, before you leave this page, because if you do not wait for it to turn green, even if it's showing 100% and it is still blue, if you click on this, it cancels the upload. Okay, so you have to wait for this to show green first. Okay, so another thing I'm going to do is create an email. Okay, so I'm going to create an email. Now while creating this email, you're going to use this email when you are configuring your site. Okay, you're going to use this email when you are configuring your site. So it's very important that you save the email you are creating, the username of the email you are creating, and the password that you are creating. Okay, so I'm going to use a password that I can easily remember. Perfect. So this is the email I just created. I'm going to save this here also. I'm going to save it right here also. Okay, so let's go back, let's check out. Okay, 98%, almost done. So I can close this. Yes, the upload is complete for the SQL file. The upload is complete. So I'm going to come back here and show you how you can extract your admin username and password for the first time. Okay, but first let's finish up with the configuration. Good, it's complete, 100%, and it's green. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, so we're going to extract what we just uploaded. I'm going to extract what we just uploaded right now. So click on close. If you reload, you see it in the folder. Now we don't want it in another folder. Okay, so I'm going to click on select all and I'm going to move it out of that second folder. Perfect. Now for you, you'll be moving it out straight into your public underscore HTML. Okay, but for me, I'll be moving it out into the folder I created. Perfect. Nice. Now I have everything right here. So the next step is make sure you delete your zip file. Always delete your zip file. Nice. So now let's check out the site that we just uploaded. So you see, this is our front end. This is our front end all set up. Okay, this is our front end all set up. This is our front end all set up. So now if I click on login, let's say I'm trying to log in as a user, I'm going to get an error while trying to log in. Why? Because I've not configured the backend. So let me just use any details and show you what I mean. You see, error. Okay, so I need to go back and I need to configure the file so that I can use it properly. Okay, so now we're going to go back. Okay, so now we're going to locate accounts. Okay, so you're going to go straight to accounts folder. Okay, you're going to go to accounts folder. You're going to go into include. Perfect. So now you're going to be editing two files here. You're going to be editing config.php and editing user class.php. Okay, so now let's go to config.php first. Now config.php, here we're going to be editing our site URL and also our database. Okay, so now our site URL is checkit.top/bpress. Okay, so we're going to come here and we're going to, so make sure you touch nothing else but the site URL. Okay, make sure you touch nothing else but the site URL. Okay, so you don't spoil the code. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here also. Perfect. Okay, so now this is the email I created. So your email can be support, it can be info, it can be contact us, whatever you actually want to create. Just make sure whatever you create, you save it so you can use it right here when you are configuring also. Okay, so I'm going to configure the database connection also. Now remember, I saved the password, so I'm just going to copy that and put that right here, password. Perfect. So I'm going to put that right here. And I'm going to paste. Nice. Then I'm going to go for the database user. I'm going to copy and I am going to paste right here. Now make sure you don't touch this apostrophes right here. Stick only to the the database user name. Okay, so now we're going to go for the database name also. So yeah, it is going to copy. Make sure you don't copy any additional space with it. Okay, so I'm going to copy and I am going to paste right here. Perfect. Now I'm done with this page. So I'm going to, now don't forget to change the name of the bank. Okay, so I'm going to change mine to, let's say, BPress. Okay, perfect. So Lord have mercy. So I'm going to change mine to BPress and then I'm going to click on save changes. Perfect. So we're done with the config page. Now the next page we are going to, the next file we're going to be editing is the user class.php. Nice. So we are here. Now we're looking for a particular section right here, email configuration. So we're going to configure the email. Now if you do not configure the email, when a user tries to sign up, you know, when a user tries to sign up, you get an email notification when a debit alert is made. When a debit transaction is made or a credit transaction is made, the user also gets a notification, an email notification. Now, if you do not set up the email notification, if you do not set up the email configuration yet, the user is not going to be getting those mails and you're going to be having errors in your script. So ensure you set up your email configuration. Okay, so I'm going to set up my email. I'm going to set up my configuration here. Now, what I need here is the site name. So I'm going to go for this. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. So host, you put that right here. Remove the HTTPS part, remove all the slash of just the domain name right here. Then you're going to put this right there also for the username of the email. And remember, the username I created was actually support. Okay, now the password. Now let's check the password I created. The password I created was this. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to place this right here. Now make sure you do not touch anything outside of this. Okay, don't touch the apostrophes. Make sure you are very careful about that. Okay, so I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set this up also. So let's copy that. Okay, let's copy this instead. It's faster. I'm going to run this fast. Okay, I'm going to do this also. Then you can put your site name right here. You can put your site name right here. So when the user sends, when an email is being sent, an email notification is being sent, the user can actually see the name of the company that sends it. Okay, I'm going to click on save changes. That's all the changes you are making in this file. Now the next file we're going to go to is under account. You go to account, then you go to admin. Okay, you go to admin folder. Now you're going to go to include, and you are going to go to admin class.php. Okay, so you're going to do configuration right here again. Okay, so you're going to configure your site URL right here, you configure your email right here, you configure your password, you configure your site name here as the host, you configure basically the same thing you did for the user. You are going to repeat it right here again, and then you click on save when you are done. Okay, now after doing that, your site is good to go. Your site is good to go. Your site is good to go. Now the last part I'm going to show you is your SQL file that you uploaded. Now I'm going to show you how you can get your admin password and email. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can get your default admin password and email, and how you can change it right here. Okay, so now this is my email, my admin email. So I'm going to show you my password. My password is encrypted. So when you set it up, make sure you also encrypt it when you are done. Okay, so I'm going to click on encrypt. I'm going to click on this drop down here. I'm going to search for encrypt. Perfect. Then I'm going to search. I'm going to click on go. Perfect. So it has been done. Now that is done. And also I'm going to show you how you can log in, how you can see a user's account number right here. Okay, now so this is a user's account number right here. You see their password is also encrypted, so if you are going to try to hack it through the PHP admin, you go through the same process you followed with the admin password also. Okay, so let's log in and see. Let's log in. Okay, I'm gonna add my pin. So add my pin. Perfect. And click on submit. Perfect, and we are in. Okay, we're in. You see, it's actually very easy to create. You don't actually need to stress yourself so much. It takes so little time, so little stress on your part. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to show you is how to add live chats to this. Okay, so if you want to add live chats to your site, this is what you do. You go to the folder. So since mine is in the folder, you go to your public_html. Okay, you have all your files there. So you're going to go to all your .html files. You click on edit. Perfect. Then you go scroll all the way to the bottom, the very bottom, and then you put in your chat code. The way I did here, you put in your chat code right before the body tag. You put in your chat code right here and you click on save and you are done. So all you have to do is do that for all the HTML files you have here. So if you go to the site, you're going to see your live chats popping up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a lot. Okay, so if you're interested in getting this script, I'm going to make this script available for you, and I'm going to leave instructions in the description on how you can get the script. So if you're interested in getting the script, just read the description of this video below and you can get the script ASAP. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.